Alright, so hello, dear viewers. Today I heard two wonderful suggestions to make a tier list. And I decided to make it on charms. So today's tier list will be on charms, as you can see over here. But it's gonna be it's gonna be boss battle edition. So I'm gonna be ranking them depending on their use in boss fights. So So let's start. We're gonna start with this, the Dream Wielder. The Dream Wielder, lets you dream now much faster, meaning you can gather a lot of soul in a short period of time, especially if the enemy is idle. But so in between attacks, usually you might be able to get tons of dream now, and with the soul you get from the dream now, you can land 50 spells or so many heals that the enemy can't even it's like the enemy can't even kill you at all. So I would put it somewhere A or B tier. I'm putting it low A. Dream Shield. No, you're going to E. The only use that the Dream Shield has is for boss cheesing, and that is not what good Hollow Knight players do. It's only what the bad Hollow Knight players would do. Most people would put it in an F, but since it can do damage, and it can actually help in a fight, it's the only reason that's not an F. This fragile heart. So Fragile Heart and it's the breakable version of Unbreakable Heart. It grants 2 masks which can be healed, unlike Lifeblood Heart, Core, or Joni's Blessing. So it's pretty good, and it has basically the same use as Unbreakable Heart, but since it can break, so it's gonna be placed or I'm gonna have to place it here in B. So yeah, Unbreakable Strength. It's at first at the beginning at the beginning Unbreakable Strength is pretty much useless, but as you progress and get a better weapon, once you get the Pure Nail, you basically you literally add you add 10.5 damage to your nail, and that boosts your thing a lot. It can literally make so many fights end quickly. I absolutely destroyed the Radiants with this, and I beat just about every single Radiant boss with this on. So it will be going A tier. This, I've only used it once, and it was for testing in the Colosseum. It barely did any damage to the guys. You're going with Dream Shield. I'm gonna place it in front of Dream Shield. Actually, hold on. Okay, so I placed Glowing Wound from Dream Shield is because Glowing Wound can summon multiple minions which can attack, which means multiple of them can attack at once. Grimchild. The only boss fight I ever used it for was the first time I fought Broken Vessel to get rid of those balloons. Grimchild's one of those minions that when you want them to hit, they miss every time, and when you don't want them to hit, they hit every single time. See, only because at some point, after a few upgrades, the Grimchild's damage can match up to multiple nail upgrades. Heavy Blow. Personally, I've never used this charm, but I heard that it does more knockback, and it's really good against Moss Charger and that it can remove, and I also heard that it has a secret ability where it can, where it means that, where it makes it that you deal one, you deal one less blow in order to stagger a boss. I do not know. So like bosses don't exactly stagger very often, except for certain ones, like Lost Kin or Hornet. So I'll be putting heavy blow. Yeah, I'm probably gonna put heavy blow like somewhere here. Oh, Hive Blood Charm. It gives passive healing, and and it doesn't use soul, but like it takes so long, and like a single hit ruins your whole thing. And then apparently, it can only heal the damage you had just taken. And if you're horrible at dodging, then this is bad. And like, I've never seen anyone use the Hive Blood Charm in boss fights. Only places like Path of Pain or White Palace. D tier, King Soul. So King Soul, it gradually gives you soul, but like it's not very fast, especially compared to Grub Song. Well, actually, Grub Song is not passive, but Grub Song like gives you like a good bit of soul every time you get hit. King Soul though, King Solo. King Soul has been used for many spell only challenges, but I'm talking about regular boss fights, not like challenges or stuff. So yeah, upper D tier. Now this Lifeblood Heart, I only ever equipped. Wait, actually, no, I did equip it. I only ever used the Lifeblood Core. That one. But this one, the only reason I got it was because I wanted 112% completion for my first playthrough. Currently, I only have 111%. The last person is for getting mass shards, and like I'm missing 4 mass shards. But on this, I heard that. Hold on. Many life blood masks does life. Let's see. Oh my god. I'm looking at the wrong charm. Life, blood, core. Four max, 3 notches. I think it's a pretty good charm, so I'll put it right behind fragile heart. And plus, it doesn't seem to cost too many notches. Mark of Pride, one of my favorite charms in the game. Mark of Pride is really good for many bosses. Like God, it keeps you. It can like the Mark of Pride can keep you out of shield. Like keep you out of range of multiple bosses, while like the Dung Defender, you can literally stand right in front of him, and when he tries to attack, he can't hit you, but you can hit him. You're perfectly safe, and you're fine. And the same stands true for Paintmaster Shio, and possibly Oral and Mato. Man, my favorite charm, A tier. Nailmaster's Glory. It's basically Dream Wielder over here. For the nail arts. It just makes it recharge faster. I haven't used nail arts like ever. But a lot of people seem to use them for radiant bosses, which I like. A tier. Shaman Stone. Most people say it's a good charm, but I hate spells, especially the Shade Soul or Vengeful Spirit. However, hold on. so it helps you in speedrunning. All right, for that, I'm putting it at upper B tier. Shape of Un. I don't know what I've only seen people use this charm, like Nail Master's Glory or Shaman Stone. I've never used this one. However, I heard that it makes your hitbox smaller, and it makes it that sometimes enemies can't even hit you at all. And I've seen videos of that, and it seems pretty good for healing in a fight. Lower A tier. Soul Twister. Wait, is this Soul Eater? Oh yeah, Soul Eater. It costs so many charm notches, and like, it doesn't seem to be much better than the Soul Catcher. Lower C tier. Now, Spell Twister. I heard it. Hold on. So I heard that it makes the soul needed for spells like cost less. Yeah. And so like, hold on. Ooh, not bad. Okay, not bad. It's good. So apparently it reduces by the soul cost by quite a bit. And apparently, so I suppose I'll place it with the Dream Wielder and the Nail Master's Glory. Starward Shell. I used to use this one back when I was a bad player. I even equipped this one for Radiant bosses. I don't know what I was doing. Oh, and now I feel kind of an idiot. Above Hive Blood Charm, upper D tier, just for its iframes. Steady Body. I am not used to this one, so every time I equip it, I get destroyed. However, many people have used it in fights like Pure Vessel, where like when he slams down on you, like you might accidentally hit him or the spikes and launch yourself into another spike. And this prevents all that, and it only costs one charm notch. I have used this one a few times, and it's not the worst charm. Above Soul Eater. Now this. Go into S tier. Unbreakable Heart. Same function as this, but it doesn't break at all. My best friend. S tier. Unbreakable Strength. No need to explain. Weaver Song. I don't know much about Weaver Song except the fact that I could gather soul. Let's see, Weaver Song. Two notches, okay. This may be good for soul gathering and boss cheesing, but like, oh my god, it doesn't do a lot of damage at all. Horrible charm. But for the reason it could be used for boss cheesing, I'll put it low B. Boulder Shell. Never use this one, but I heard that it makes you invincible when you're healing. But however, it'll break after a certain amount of hits. Some people seem to like it. So, over here. Carefree Melody. Now, I got this one also for the sake of 112% completion. However, I heard that it could be a lifesaver in boss fights, and sometimes there's a chance that it negates damage when you're hit. I'll put it with Baldur Shell. Dash Master. I never used Dash Master, but it seems to be. And people really only use it for challenges or if they want to go fast. And since this is boss fight edition, deep focus. It makes healing take much longer, but it heals two masks. So I'll put it right above Grimchild. Now this. Horrible range, horrible damage. You do not want this. You do not want to use this one unless you want convenient escaping. But I'd rather just die to an enemy than wear this. But the only reason, however, I'm putting it here. Dung Defender, good boss. In honor of the Dung Defender, I shall place it in A tier. I think I'm kind of overrating it. Lower B. Now this, I heard it increases Shade Soul damage by quite a bit, especially when paired with Shaman Stone. So I think I'll place it... Actually, you know what? I'm going to do some research. Nest. Fluke Nest. Let's see. I've seen people use this charm, and personally, I don't think it's very good. It does a tiny bit more damage, but you know what? For the sake of, but just because it can be paired with Shaman Stone, I'll put it in B tier, behind Carefree, Melody, Greed. You really don't need Fragile Greed or Unbreakable Greed for a boss fight unless you want extra money, because you beat the boss. Like some bosses grant you money after you win. This is basically a waste of charm notches in a boss fight. So it can be used for better so it can be used for more money when you beat after you beat a boss. However, it's a waste of charm notches and it has nothing to do with the boss fight itself. Now Fury of the Fallen doubles damage when near death. Good charm, awesome charm, especially if you're god at dodging, and won't get hit a single one at a single time. But like, this charm is actually kind of decent. Many people use it, especially in Colosseum fights. It's pretty good. I used it once in a Colosseum fight. Not a bad charm. Placing it at the peak of C. Gathering Swarm. Nothing to do with the boss fight. Horrible. Go. F tier. As for Grubberfly's Elegy, so like people use it to do some radiant bosses, but it's more like a boss cheese, like Fluke Marm or Moss Charger. But because like you can only use it at full health, but like it allows you to attack from like across the arena, and the guy can't even reach you. Come on, I'm in front of Weaver Song. Now Grub Song. It's a good charm, and like every hit you take basically allows you one heal or one spell. Really good. Really good, especially if you keep getting hit. It's going to A. Joni's Blessing. It increases max, but makes it so that you are unable to heal. The only time I used this charm was to get the Lifeblood core or heart. Yeah, core. So this is the Lifeblood Core. I used it for tanking out bosses that are too hard for me, like Hornet 2. After a while, I realized Unbreakable Heart was a much better replacement than this. But since it's been a friend of mine for so long, I'll place it here. Long Nail. I tried to pair it with Mark of Pride once, but like there was no noticeable difference. So like, you know. However, many people used it to beat boss fights skillfully and without getting hit, so it's going there. Wait a minute! Is there two no Master Glories? Wait a minute. Just a repeated charm. How do I remove this? You know, I'm just gonna put it right there. So quick focus, it allows you to heal almost instantly in a boss fight. Really good for fights that you're bad at. S tier. Quick slash. Oh my god, it's so good. And like you hit so fast. Like normally when you can only get one hit, you could get like 5 hits in. A tier. Hold on. Actually, you know, now that I think of it, I'm gonna move it here. Sharp Shadow. It's a lifesaver, especially in fights like Failed Champion or False Knight. Especially if you're at 1 HP or doing it on Radiant. Like, the reason I beat Failed Champion on Radiant was because Sharp Shadow saved me every single time. And so, and in honor of the Shade Cloak and the Sharp Shadow, I will put it at the peak of B. Soul Catcher, it was the only charm at the time I fought Hornet. I've witnessed the power of this charm, and it's not a bad charm. With the Fury of the Fallen. Spore Shroom, I heard it deals damage to your enemies while you're healing. However, when you're good, you don't. But like, you know, people really only use this for cheeses. Like these three, like these other two, only for the reason it could do a tiny bit of damage. Oh my god. Now Sprint Master. Wait, it's Sprint Master, right? I wore this charm. I didn't notice any huge difference in speed. So like, but like, I wanted to place it in like near Groomchild, but I realized no charm deserves to be under Groomchild. Except these, all of these over here. So like, here I suppose. Repeated steady body. Now Thorns of Agony. I hear that like it's like the actual thorns in Minecraft where like you deal damage back to your enemies when you get hit. I heard that it can also be paired with Carefree Melody. So like there. You're going there. A repeated charm. Now these two. The Wayward Compass is the god charm. It carries you in every single boss fight, and you will never lose with its true potential. Void Heart. You're really there's only two purposes. So the shades, the siblings of the abyss won't attack you, and you the only other reason you need it is for Radiance ending, true ending. F tier. Wayward Compass, we shall praise you like a god. totally did not put wayward compass in F tier.